We're only just in it thanks to a wonder save from 𝐍𝐸, really, down to his right. Fantastic save. We just don't look in it, really. We're not. I think if we pressed Barnsley, we would get something. But we're not. We're really sluggish.
𝐍𝐸 just oozes class, takes it round the keeper, passes it home, and it's a comfortable 2-0 win after that.
Half time at the Lane. Yorkshire derby, beautiful downtown Bramall Lane on a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky. May have the first barbecue of the season later, I don't know. Not much to say really about that half, another goalless first half. Barnsley playing much better than their league form, than the league position suggests. Really pressing us, and we're only just in it thanks to a wonder save from 𝐍𝐸, really, down to his right. Fantastic save. We just don't look in it, really. We're not. I think if we pressed Barnsley, we would get something. But we're not. We're really sluggish. We're still hoofing the ball to Sharp and Osborne for some reason, the smallest man on the pitch. And our best chance really has been this Jack Robinson daisy cutter, which I couldn't really see from my angle here off the replay. I'm guessing the keeper got saved to it. Don't think it hit the post. That's about it really. Apart from just before half time, a chance when 𝐍𝐸 feeds Osborne with a great, lovely little pass. Osborne needs to hit it first time for me. It doesn't, and nothing comes of it. Set piece was woeful again. Their chance came from a really good set piece, to be fair. And I think Heck needs to have a word with the lads and just get them actually pressing Barnsley, because I think if we do, we've seen a couple of times actually when we have pressed them, they've panicked. I don't know why we're not doing it all the time. We've done that before with great success. But I'm just not sure what our game plan is, what the strategy is for this game. Fans are getting frustrated. When we've got a chance to quickly throw it out, have a quick break, we're not. 𝐍𝐸 is holding on to it and then hoofing it, and it just isn't working. Nice to see that Jono wasn't the referee in the end. Much happened with that, but this referee hasn't been too bad really. Slightly pernickety, as a lot of referees are, but not too bad. Bit of banter with the lads on the south stand here. Too afraid to give decisions, looks at the referee. And I mean, I'm talking about officials and the weather, because really there isn't much more to say. Let's hope for a better second half.
Hiya Blades, so after a weird and pretty disappointing first half, I thought lacking energy. I were a bit worried about the first 5 minutes. I thought Barnsley as well were putting us under a bit of pressure. I was expecting more of the same. And then we scored a really nice goal. Lovely goal, free kick, really well worked. Play it short, cross the box to the back post, and 𝐍𝐸's there to continue his hot streak in front of goal. You can't stop him. Once he got one, he just keeps scoring. After that, I thought we controlled the game. I don't think they really looked like coming back into it from there. I thought after being lethargic and slow and not looking up for it, all of a sudden we were just in control. We were finding it easy, and we were just keeping them at arm's length. Bit of a worry when Billy goes off injured. Fortunately, we have got 2 weeks break. We can evaluate, see how bad that is. But hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully he's not adding to our injury problems at the moment. And then, we score a great second goal. Big 𝐍𝐸's doing pretty well. Then, it goes to McBurney. I think McBurney does brilliant. He does so well to just sort of flick it over for 𝐍𝐸. He takes a lot of abuse. He's not always been great for us, but I thought he deserved credit for that. And then 𝐍𝐸 just oozes class, takes it round the keeper, passes it home, and it's a comfortable 2-0 win after that. Like I say, it's a good job we've got 2 weeks, get some of these players back fit, and then things start looking up again. Got a big push to go now to the end of the season. Up the Blades.
Hiya Blades, it's Statsman here with the positives and negatives from the 2-0 win over Barnsley at beautiful downtown Bramall Lane. What a difference a week makes, eh? Thumped at Coventry, hard done to in midweek at Blackpool. First half weren't really at the races today, but what a world-class save from 𝐍𝐸. That is a big positive. The form of West Fodringham, I just cannot. I mean, he's had the odd slip, but he's been absolutely superb in the main. And today, we could have gone 1-0 down against a Barnsley team who are really fighting for their lives at the bottom of the table, let's not forget. But the real positive is 𝐍𝐸 made that stop, and we got into the break at 0-0. It wasn't our greatest first half of football, so to come out for the second half on a level footing was just what we needed, particularly after how we capitulated at Coventry last week. Jack Robinson's performance, real positive for me. He's now deciding when to go forward, when to stay back, and I'm really, really pleased with how he's made that position his own, and he's shown a lot of intelligence. And those long throws, not just in an attacking threat, but also in normal play, are starting to cause problems. So that's a real positive as well. The subs bench, that's a positive. It was great to see. But now I'm going to end on two really, really big positives. Firstly, 𝐍𝐸𝐫𝐍 getting 25 minutes. We'll gloss over the negative of Billy going off. We don't want to be negative today, but Jebbo coming on and getting 25 minutes in him, that's really good news for the Blades. And Ollie McBurney, come on Blades, he's had some flack, unfairly so at times. To dig that ball out of his feet for the second goal and put Morgan Gibbs-White through, absolutely tremendous. And it was a composed finish, wasn't it? So we're heading to the international break on a high, 4th in the league as it stands. I know there's results to come this afternoon and that may not be the position come Monday night when all the games have been played. But we head into that break on a real high. Now, speaking of international breaks, let's head over to our own international superstar and say ahio to Captain Kosa, aka Robert, who's here with those all-important player ratings.
Thanks, Adam. Now, unlike most of the team performances today, those positives and negatives get a 10 out of 10 from me. Okay, on to the player ratings. 𝐍, starting in goal, gets a 9 out of 10, highest rating from me today. Really just for that save in the first half, kept the clean sheet, didn't have to do too much the rest of the game. Moving on to the center backs, Jack Robinson on the left-hand side gets an 8.5 from me. Very solid and was inches away from a goal in that first half. That would have been really nice to put us up 1-0 at the break. In the middle of our back three, John Egan gets a 7 from me today. A bit of a nothing game. I still don't think he's at his best. Hopefully a spell with the Ireland team over this international break can get him back up to speed and back to the John Egan we all know and love. Kai Gordon on the other side gets a 6.5 today. You can tell he's progressing. He's improving game to game. But I think the next area he needs to improve on is his crossing. A little bad today. Hit a defender most of the times. Needs to get better. On to our wing backs. Left side, we had Reece Norrington Davis gets a 7 from me today. He defended well, but really wasn't involved in the attack until late on in the game. It seems to be a trend with him, so hopefully he can get more involved in the attacking play earlier in matches going forward down the stretch. On the right-hand side, Ben Osborne gets a 7.5 from me today. I thought he was pretty good, but he didn't use his right foot as much. He tended to cross everything back to his left foot before sending in passes or crosses. And he's used his right in previous games, and I thought we would have created more chances had he done that. On to our midfield, we got 𝐍𝐸𝐫𝐍 with the 7. I felt he was pretty poor in the first half, but definitely came into the game in the second half, got the assist on the first goal, so pretty decent performance from him overall. Same with Norwood, also a 7. Like 𝐍𝐸𝐫𝐶, he improved as the game went on. I thought his tackling was actually his best part of his play today. 𝐵𝐵𝐺 on the right side, I'm giving a 6. Lowest rating today, despite the goal. Honestly, even if he wasn't there, Gordon was about to tap that ball in for the goal. So 𝐵𝐵𝐺 really wasn't needed today. And he was very poor on the ball in basically every phase of play other than for the goal. Morgan Gibbs-White gets an 8 from me today. Not as many giveaways as Blackpool, but still, he was passing the ball to the opponents a lot more than he needs to be. And it's really just trying the tricks, trying to be having too much flair. His goal was really good, had a lot of composure to round the keeper and get that ball in the back of the net, but still has to work on when to do the fancy play, when to do the simple play. And then finally, of our starting 11, Billy Sharp up at striker gets a 6.5 from me today. He really wasn't involved throughout most of the game, and hopefully the injury that took him off early isn't anything too serious. On to our substitutes. Daniel Jebison gets a 7 today. I think it's his best substitute performance this season, and he really could have had and should have had a goal later on, that one that he kind of skied right over the bar. But overall, decent performance from him. McBurney gets an 8.5 today. I thought he was outstanding. Really just came on and does what he needed to do to see this game out, and even got a really, really good assist on the Morgan Gibbs-White goal. Always winning the ball, always, running, working down the clock. So McBurney, definitely good performance today. And then finally, John Fleck gets a 7. Wasn't on for too long, but was pretty solid. Lastly, Heckingbottom, our manager, I'm going to give him a 7 today. The subs came earlier in the game today, which I think we needed to see more of. I don't think it was necessarily by choice today, because we had the break coming up, Billy Sharp getting the injury. But those subs directly led to the second goal. And we need to see these earlier subs more often in these games moving forward, especially down the stretch when our players are going to be tired. yes, we have a long break right now, but we have to stay in these games and utilize our pace and our ability as much as we can, and our subs are how we do that. So on to the international break. Everybody enjoy some time off, and we'll see you for the next game.